Hey, welcome back. I'm Ibnul J. Farabi, and this is the Unraveling Thread. You know, I was scrolling through my phone the other night, ordering a new phone case, and I did that thing we all do. I clicked buy now and immediately checked the delivery date. Tomorrow. And I felt that little spark of satisfaction. But then I just sat there, holding this slab of glass and metal, and I wondered, where is it right now? Not which city or which state, but in what kind of place, under what kind of roof, handled by whose hands? That simple click set in motion a journey through a world that is, for most of us, completely invisible. A world ruled by what I've come to think of as the warehouse lords. This is the invisible kingdom of e-commerce logistics. And it's a kingdom built on a scale that's almost impossible to comprehend. We're going to pull on that thread today. Think about the last thing you ordered online. Maybe it's sitting next to you right now. To get to you, it likely spent time in a fulfillment center. That's the sterile, corporate term for it. But these are not just warehouses. They are the cathedrals of modern capitalism. Some are so vast that workers use bicycles or scooters to get from one end to the other. They have their own weather systems. Seriously, moisture and heat from thousands of people and machines can create clouds near the ceiling. They operate 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, lit by a perpetual, fluorescent sun. And within these spaces, human movement is meticulously choreographed by algorithms. A picker isn't wandering aisles looking for your phone case. They are following a digitally optimized path. Their speed monitored. Their time-off tasks scrutinized. They are a cog in a system of breathtaking efficiency, designed to make my late-night impulse buy appear on your doorstep in a matter of hours. But this efficiency has a geography, and this is where the socio-political analysis really begins. These mega-fulfillment centers aren't built in city centers. They are built where land is cheap and taxes are lower, often in exurban or rural areas, on the fringes of metropolitan sprawl. They become the economic anchor for entire towns, but it's a very specific kind of anchor. They don't create a diverse ecosystem of small businesses like a factory or a downtown might. They create a monoculture. The town becomes a company town for the 21st century. Local economies reorient themselves around a single, massive employer. Restaurants adjust hours for shift changes. Housing markets strain under an influx of workers. The very identity of the place shifts. It's no longer Smithville. It's the town near the Amazon facility. And who are the subjects in this kingdom? The workers. Millions of them. The narrative we often hear is one of job creation, and that's true. But we have to look at the architecture of these jobs. For many, it's a lifeline. Stable work in areas that have seen traditional industries vanish. But the design of the work is one of controlled, monitored productivity. The physical toll is significant. The Bureau of Labor Statistics shows injury rates in warehousing are much higher than the national average. But there's also a psychological architecture here. You are managed by a device, by software. Your performance is a constant stream of data. The potential for dehumanization is baked into the system. You're not a skilled artisan. You're a human resource in the most literal, logistical sense. The warehouse lords don't rule through feudal loyalty, but through the relentless, impersonal logic of metrics and quotas. This creates a fascinating and tense power dynamic. The workers in these facilities, they are the absolute lifeblood of our modern economy. Without them, the entire illusion of instant gratification crumbles. They hold a form of latent, structural power. We've seen glimpses of it in organizing efforts and walkouts. But that power is fragmented by the very design of the kingdom, the massive scale of the facilities, the high turnover, the constant pressure. The lords, the logistics corporations, wield the power of automation, of relocation, of a global system that can, in theory, reroute flows around any local disruption. It's a constant, quiet negotiation between human need and algorithmic demand, happening in the shadows of these million-square-foot boxes. So what does this all mean for us, the clickers, the consumers? We are the beneficiaries, but also the unwitting architects. Our demand for speed, for convenience, for free shipping, is the fuel for this system. It's the mandate that justifies its scale and its intensity. We've externalized the true cost. We don't pay the physical toll, or the community toll, or the psychological toll at checkout. We just pay $9.99. We've created a form of magic, the magic of appearance. A product materializes on our doorstep, and we are shielded from the vast, complex, and often harsh physical reality that made it happen. I think about this from my own perspective as an engineer and an immigrant. I understand systems. I appreciate the sheer engineering marvel of this logistics web. The software, the robotics, the data analytics. It's a masterpiece of human problem solving. But as a storyteller, I'm drawn to the human experience within the system. I came to this country chasing a certain kind of future, one built on opportunity. And I see that same hope in the faces of many who take these jobs. They are chasing stability, a chance. The question is whether the kingdom they're building for us is also building a future for them. Or is it extracting their labor while offering minimal pathways upward? The unraveling thread here leads us to a simple but uncomfortable truth. Our connected, convenient world is built on a foundation of profound physicality. It is built on concrete floors, under humming lights, by real people moving real boxes. The kingdom is invisible by design, because if we saw it clearly, we might have to reckon with our own role in it. We might have to ask if tomorrow's delivery is worth the price being paid, not in dollars, but in human terms. The next time you click Buy Now, just take a second. Imagine the journey. Not the map route on the tracking page, but the actual journey. Through the cavernous space, down the aisle, into the cart, onto the truck. Think about the geography of it, the political economy of the town it shipped from, the architecture of the work that got it to you. See the invisible kingdom, just for a moment. Because only when we see a system can we begin to understand it, critique it, and ultimately, decide if we want to change it. Thank you for listening. I'm Abnul J. Farabi. If this conversation resonated with you, please share this episode with someone who thinks deeply about the world we're building. For more from me and the team, visit our production home at Light Not Studios. https://www.lightnotstudios.com. Subscribe to The Unraveling Thread wherever you get your podcasts. Until next time, stay curious.